Hello everyone. So we're gonna start with the topic the solar system. As the name represents the solar system. Solar here came from a word solari which means the sun. So the system all around about the sun. The sun, 8 planets, satellites and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids and meteoroids form the solar system. जो बाकी की celestial bodies हैं हम उन्हें यहाँ पे 2 parts में divide कर रहे हैं. One is asteroids and the second is meteoroids. That forms a whole solar system, that is the sun, 8 planets, satellites and the celestial bodies, which we have differentiated into 2, asteroids and meteoroids. We often call it a solar family with the sun as its head. As the name represents, we defined it very clearly that why the sun is represented as its head, because the name here shows the existence of the sun as its head. Asteroids. Asteroids are rocky and metallic objects that orbit the sun but are too small to be considered planets. अब एस्टेरॉइड्स क्या होते हैं? मेटालिक एंड रॉकी ऑब्जेक्ट से बनकर बनता है एस्टेरॉइड्स जो कि सन को ऑर्बिट करते हैं. दीज आर नॉट प्लैनेट्स बट आर कॉल्ड माइनर प्लैनेट्स. व्हाई दीज आर नॉट कॉल्ड द प्लैनेट्स? Because the condition for the planets are very much specified, that the mass should be according to that specified range, but these might be smaller in the mass, therefore these are considered as the minor planets. So talking about the size range of asteroids, these vary from Ceres, which has a diameter of 1000 km, down to the size of pebbles. Most are found within the main belt that exists between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. अब most of the asteroids कहाँ पर मिलते हैं हमें? जो बेल्ट है मार्स एंड जुपिटर के बीच में, उसके बीच में ये सन के अराउंड रिवॉल्व करते हैं. So the next thing, the formation of asteroids. Asteroids are material left over from the formation of solar system. अब एस्टेरॉइड्स की फॉर्मेशन कैसे हुई? एस्टेरॉइड की फॉर्मेशन उस वक्त हुई होगी जिस वक्त सोलर सिस्टम की फॉर्मेशन हुई है. बिकॉज व्हेन समथिंग फॉर्म्स, द समथिंग गेट्स डिस्ट्रॉयड एंड द डिस्ट्रॉयड पार्टिकल्स और डिब्रीज are considered today as asteroids. But a theory also came according to which it was supposed that there might be a destruction of any planet or any small planet or a big planet, and the debris of that planet in the universe or in our solar system are considered today as asteroid. But that theory is not considered by scientists today. Moving on the next topic, we have meteoroids. A meteoroid is a small rocky or metallic body in outer space. Meteoroids are also formed from rocks and metal, but these are significantly small than asteroids. Talking about its size range, these varies from the size of a grain to 1 meter wide object. It means they are much smaller than those of asteroids. Now, what is shooting star? Have you ever seen this shooting star in the sky? So, today we have a definition and a proper explanation that what is a shooting star. When a meteoroid, comet or asteroid enter Earth's atmosphere at speed typically in excess of 20 km per second, heating of that object produces a streak of light both from the glowing object and the trail of glowing particles that it leaves in its wake. This phenomena is called as meteor or shooting star. So, जहाँ तक आपको थोड़ा बहुत कुछ समझ आया हो, let me explain this in हिंदी. जब कोई कॉमेट, मेटेरॉइड या फिर एस्टेरॉइड अर्थ के एटमॉस्फेयर में एंटर करता है विद अ टिपिकल स्पीड ऑफ 20 किलोमीटर पर सेकेंड, इतनी स्पीड से जब कोई ऑब्जेक्ट अर्थ के एटमॉस्फेयर में एंटर करता है, बिकॉज इट इज़ वेरी हाई स्पीड, So it will obviously gain some heat, and when this particle goes on with it so high speed, they will leave some trails of that glowing particles in its wake. Wake means in its way. So this phenomena is known as shooting star. Moving on the next topic, we have the sun, which is the head of the solar system. So talking about the sun is the heart of our solar system, and its gravity is what keeps every planet and particle in orbit. Our sun is a normal main sequence G2 star, one of more than 100 billion stars in our galaxy. सन को सोलर सिस्टम का हार्ट बोला जाता है। बाकी के जितने भी सारी प्लैनेट्स हैं वो सन के अराउंड रिवॉल्व क्यों करते हैं? बिकॉज इसकी ग्रेविटी उन सभी प्लैनेट्स को अपनी तरफ पुल करती है, उसकी वजह से वो सन का ऑर्बिट लगाते हुए हमें दिखाई देते हैं। अब सन मेन कैटेगराइज्ड हुआ है G2 स्टार में। टोटल स्टार्स कितने होंगे वी कैन नॉट काउंट, बट अप्रॉक्सीमेटली it's around 100 billion stars in our galaxy. It's only in our galaxy. Which is our galaxy, guys? Milky Way. So reading the profile of sun, we have seen the profile of our friend, our neighbor, our relative, but today let's see the profile of sun. It has a diameter about 1390,000 kilometers, mass 1.989 E30 kg, temperature 5800 Kelvin on its surface and 15,600,000 Kelvin in core. The sun is at present about 70% hydrogen and 28% helium. By mass, everything else amounts to less than 2%. Here, the everything else means the metals, all the metals which are present in the sun. So the sun is having 70% hydrogen and 28% helium. It is a huge ball of hot and burning gases. Do you know, in the sun, the gases are always burning and there are always bombardment of these gases, helium and the hydrogen. You can assume that these are very, very, very explosive gases. So when these bombard in the sun, which produce so much of heat that we feel so warm in Earth's atmosphere, so you can imagine how much heat is there on the sun. It is the largest celestial body in the solar system. It is the nearest star to the Earth. It is nearest star to the Earth. Sun is also a star, no? That's why we are calling here it a star. It's almost 1,000,000 times larger than Earth. Can you guess? 1,000 times or 2 times makes a great difference. So it is about 1,000,000 times larger than Earth. It's really very, very, very large. It is the greatest source of energy for the lives on the Earth, because the rays of sun come on the Earth and produce a little warm, little sometimes becomes so high. But yeah, the all source of life's energy on our Earth is because of that sun. The distance between the sun and the Earth is about 150 million kilometers. Its light takes 8 minutes to reach the Earth. We have our next topic, that is planets, which is also part of solar system. Planets derived from the Greek word planetes, that originally means wanderers. What does wanderers mean? Wanderer means that are traveler और migrant, जो एक जगह पे न रहे, जो इधर उधर घूमते रहे. Planets revolve around the sun in an elliptical orbit. Elliptical orbit, that means not a proper circle but a quite oval in shape. Except Venus and Uranus, all planets move around the Sun in anti-clockwise direction, west to east. All planets except Venus and Uranus. Venus and Uranus को छोड़ के बाकी सारे सन के अराउंड एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में घूमते हैं. एंटी क्लॉकवाइज वी कंसीडर हेयर फ्रॉम वेस्ट टू ईस्ट. Okay, there are 8 planets in solar system. Once there was a time when we considered 9 planets in our solar system, but the Pluto being very smaller than the condition specified for the planets, it is not considered a planet today, and also it just roams not proper on its axis. Therefore it was also another reason for not being its planet today. So planets are also classified into 2, that's inner planet or outer planet. In inner planet we have Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. In outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Inner planets are also known as terrestrial planets, and outer planets are known as Jovian planets. Next, talking about the planet Mercury, it is the closest planet to the Sun. If it is closest, it might receive the highest of the sunlight from the Sun. Is it so? Yes, it is so. Not any satellite like Moon. It does not have any satellite like we have a Moon as our satellite, but it does not have any satellite. It is the fastest moving planet and have 88.97 days in a year. Like we have 365 days in a year, but this have 88 days in a year. It's a very small year, no? It takes 59 days to complete one rotation on its axis. It takes 59 days to complete one rotation on its axis. And how much the Earth takes? Earth takes 24 hours. It's approximately 24 hours. Talking about the Venus, Venus known as Earth's sister or Earth's twin. Why it is so? Let's read. Because of its similar size and mass. Because Earth and the Venus have almost the similar size and mass, therefore it is known as Earth's sister. It also does not have any satellite like the Mercury. It has 225 days in a year. Okay. Rotate from east to west. It means it rotates in clockwise direction. 243 days to rotate on its axis. Like the Earth takes 24 hours, it takes 243 days to rotate on its axis. The Earth, talking about the unique planet of the solar system, which is the Earth, and we are so proud to have this, and we should take care of our Mother Earth. It is also known as blue planet, as you all might know this. Why it is known as blue planet? It is known as blue planet because 3/4 of its surface covered with the water. As we see the picture of the Earth, we see the most of the part in the Earth seems blue. That is because of the water. It has one natural satellite called Moon. We have two kind of satellite, guys. One is the natural satellite and the second one is artificial satellite. The natural satellite is that is given by the nature or gifted by the nature, but the artificial one is that is man-made, which is made by the human being. 365.25 days in a year. Earth have 365.25 days in a year, and we also have a leap year, no? After that 4 years, so you can calculate from here, like if 25 0.25 are added 4 times, then it makes 1. Therefore, after the 4 years, we have a 1 year in which we have 366 days. So next, moving on the next point, 23.4 hours to complete one rotation on its axis. Now, what are the conditions for the existence of life on Earth? So, now we are considering the conditions for existence of life on the unique planet that is Earth. Life is because of optimum temperature. Optimum temperature means here it is neither too far nor too close to the sun. It means Earth is neither too far nor too close to the sun. Because of the oxygen that Earth have and the different seasons contribute the major to the different vegetations. The next is water. Water is very essential for the life. Also oceans, atmosphere and land. Moving on the next topic, the moon, Earth's satellite. It is Earth's satellite. Which satellite? Earth's natural satellite, because it is gifted by the nature to us. Its diameter is 1/4 of that of Earth. Oh, it is quite not. It's 4 times smaller than the Earth. Its diameter is 1/4 of that of Earth. It's very near to Earth, hence appears big. Why the moon seems so big and the star seems so tiny? Because the Earth is very near to the moon. Therefore, it seems quite big. 384,000 kilometers away from Earth. It's not that much big distance between the Earth and the moon. We only see one side of moon because the speed of the moon and the Earth are very much similar. Therefore, they take the same amount of time to complete one rotation on their axis. Therefore, we see only one side. Moon takes 27 days to move around the Earth. Like moon have big variation in day and the night temperature. In the day, they have 127 degrees Celsius, but at night it's minus 173 degrees Celsius. Why it is so? Because there is no atmosphere, and if there is no atmosphere means there is no medium for the traveling of the heat from the higher region to the lower region. Next point, no cloud, no atmosphere, no air. It means if it does not have any atmosphere, means no air, no medium and no cloud. So the heat does not travel from one distance to another. Who is the first man to reach the moon? It is Neil Armstrong. It does not have its own light. It gets light from the sun and it reflects back that light so that we are able to see the moon at night. Artificial satellite. Moon is a natural satellite. Now we talk about the artificial satellite, which is Sputnik 1. I do not pronounce it well, but I think it's this according to me. Sputnik 1 launched by Soviet Union in 1957. So which was the first artificial satellite launched by the India? That is Aryabhatta. The next planet we are going to discuss is Mars. It is known as the red planet because it appears brick-like color in the night sky. When you see the stars, you will notice that one of the star appears a quite orangish and the reddish in color, and you will get that this is a Mars. It spins on its axis in one day. वो अपनी एक्सिस पे one day लगा देता है. 1 day here means 1 day of the earth and the 1 day means 23.4 hours. It takes 687 days in a year, and here the days are that of the earth. It means 1 day here we refer to the 1 day of the earth. 2 satellites. It has 2 satellites, that is Deimos and Phobos. It's natural satellite of the Mars. Moving on the next planet, that is Jupiter. It is the largest planet in the solar system. ये क्वेश्चन ज़रूर आता है. Which is the largest planet in the solar system? It is the Jupiter. One spin in 9 hours and 56 minutes. Only 9 hours and 56 minutes on its axis. It means Jupiter have 9 hours and 56 minutes in a whole day. That is, when we travel from a night to the another night, it was only 9 hours and 56 minutes. One revolution around sun in 12 years of Earth. It means the 12 years of Earth means one revolution of the sun by the Jupiter. It means 12 years of Earth is equals to 1 year of Jupiter. It has 67 satellites. It has the highest number of satellites. Jupiter has the highest number of satellites. 53 confirmed and 14 are quite unconfirmed nowadays. Moving on the next, that is Saturn. It is the second largest planet. One spin on its axis is 10 hours and 40 minutes. Like Earth takes 23.4 hours, it takes 10 hours and 40 minutes. Like the Earth takes 365 days in a year, they contribute 29 years and 5 months equals to 1 year of the Saturn. It means the revolution taken by this Saturn around the Sun is 29 years and 5 months. It has the second highest number of satellites, that is 62, from which 53 are confirmed and 9 are unconfirmed. It has spectacular rings made up of ice. Uranus revolves from east to west direction. It is the exception that all the planets move in the anti-clockwise direction, but it moves in the clockwise direction. One rotation in 17 hours and 14 minutes. And it has 27 satellites. It is the coldest planet because it is also made up of the ice and ice dust particles. That ice particles which are covered with the dust. The one revolution is equals to 84 years. It means 84 years of Earth is equals to 1 year of Uranus. Can you imagine how long the year is? That of Uranus. Uranus have very much long year. The last but not the least is the Neptune. Farthest planet in the solar system because it is on the last of all the planets. Therefore, it is the farthest planet in the solar system. Its one rotation is 16 hours and 9 minutes. It has 14 satellites and it takes 164.8 Earth years to complete one revolution around the Sun. So what you noticed from these all the planets, that who takes the longest time to complete a year? Answer me in the comment box. Thank you guys. It was a nice time with you. Please subscribe and like my channel and press the bell icon to get another update.